There's a saying that sorry to sound like the unforensic, mouth make to talk. We will see the court.
Yeah. Go on, mute ya, go on. Ease yourself, just keep it calm, mute ya, star. Only per pressure, I'm a corner. What time it hard for carry on? You no need no girl for turn to, no man for talk to. Feelings hurt, but the journey so far.
Wagwan Success family, hope you all doing alright. If you're new to the channel, welcome and make sure to subscribe to get all our latest videos. Like this video so we can continue to drop more contents like this one. Alright, so DPP Paula Llewellyn was interviewed today about Clarke case, Dudus Coke friend. So this case is against the 3 soldiers accused of murdering businessman Clarke.
Madam, we were just told by the defense that they will be appealing the decision, so the trial date might be pushed back.
Well, you know, I don't know about that. There's a saying that sorry to sound like the unforensic, mouth make to talk. We will see. The Court of Appeal was quite clear in their directions, and the judge, his lordship, indicated that he certainly will be making his written submissions available. And as far as the court is concerned, we are to ready ourselves to commence the trial on the 15th of April.
And you're ready?
The Crown is ready.
And it is set to go for trial following a decisive ruling by Justice Dale Palmer. This decision comes after an extensive legal battle that began with the tragic incident on March 27, 2010 when Clarke was killed inside his house in St. Andrew during a joint police-military operation aimed at capturing drug lord Christopher Coke. So the soldiers shot Clarke 21 times, and that is what led to this prolonged legal scrutiny and public outcry. So in 2012, DPP Paula Llewellyn directed that Lance Corporals Craig Tinglin and Odell Buckley along with Private Arnold Henry be charged with Clarke's murder. This decision set off a series of legal challenges and developments. Wait, can somebody just give the DPP a round of applause? Come on man, let's give the DPP a round of applause because she deserves it. Far too often, police and soldiers kill innocent civilians and nothing comes out of it. Only black roads and you get bite of the week on TVJ. So the case initially set for a 2018 trial encountered a significant hurdle when defense attorneys presented immunity certificates for the soldiers. These certificates, signed 6 years after Clarke's death and 4 years after the murder charges were laid, literally protected the soldiers from prosecution for actions taken during the operation. You see what I'm talking about? This is corruption at the highest level. They seek immunity to not be prosecuted for killing a man in cold blood. You went for Dudus and you decide to kill the owner of the house where he was supposedly occupying, right? So the presentation of these immunity certificates led to a difficult legal battle over their validity and fairness. We speak of accountability all the time. You can't have people that are supposed to serve and protect treat civilians like animals and then armor up themselves from repercussions. So in February 2020, the Constitutional Review Court in a majority decision found the certificates to be manifestly unfair and unreasonable. This ruling was a critical point in the legal journey, suggesting a shift towards accountability and a potential trial, because that's what must happen. You kill a man in cold blood and you must take responsibility for what you stand accused of. The evidence is there, and sometimes when you think things cannot get any worse, it get worse. So, and it actually got worse. The situation took another turn when in January of the following year, the Court of Appeal overturned the Constitutional Review Court's decision but maintained that the trial should proceed. So this merry-go-round decision highlights the challenges of the case. But why is the case challenging? Because it is systemic. When you have people like the DPP that is within the system is fighting against the system and going against the system, you will see how dirty they can play. You will see how bad things can get. So the question of legal immunity, the conduct of military operation, and the pursuit of justice for alleged extrajudicial killings. So the Court of Appeal went for a voir dire, a trial within a trial to be conducted by a judge alone. I think this is the best decision that can happen because the jury could be coming in biased bias by saying he was harboring a fugitive and the police did their job. Or they could also say the police always do things like this, so guess what, he should pay the penalty. And this bias will come without even thinking about the evidence that is presented before them, because we know how people stay. But I know this fight to make sure that the soldiers do not go to trial is fishy to me. Something is fishy about that. I do not know why they would want to push that, and actually a minister signed that, right? Sign the immunity. So big up Paula Llewellyn, the DPP, for making sure these soldiers will be charged and they will go to trial and put on trial for the crime that they committed. And truly, this process is aimed at determining whether the prosecutors can counter the certificates of good faith issued by the minister. So a critical legal hurdle that could significantly influence the trial's outcome. And what we are learning from this is that the legal process and the challenges of prosecuting military personnel in civilian courts, especially in cases involving national security operation, because remember, this going for Dudus Coke was a national security operation with international involvement, because the US needed and wanted that extradition. And the US subsequently charged him. They charged him and he was sentenced for 23 years in prison. So that means he will be coming out in 2030. So just a couple more years and then Dudus will be back on street again. There are a lot of young youths and young people that was young at that time that was involved in what was involved in, and they are grown fit men now. So you know, the loyalty and everything is still there. So I don't even think his reputation and his power is even dissolved. It is still fresh and there, just like how VybzKartel has been in prison for around that same time, and his influence and everything is still fresh and there. Because remember, Dudus was actually the man. He was the man, like the Dan of all Dans, right? And he have a relationship with politicians and all these other people. So he was a powerful figure, and when he comes back, maybe he will resume that power. I don't know, we don't know. I also think, since I'm dropping this video, I think that when I drop this video, a lot of vloggers will see my video and they will get wind, and they will get inspired and want to drop videos like how I'm dropping the video. So this video, I mean, this case and this situation will start to attract a lot of attention from many people, and it will attract a lot of attention from, you know, the general public, people who just want to see how justice is served and all these other things. And you know, I will follow the trial. Going forward, I will start to follow the trial for you guys, because I notice a lot of viewers on my channel are subscribing and following and commenting on these other things, because they are interested in hearing my opinion or hearing about the DPP, particularly for the VybzKartel case, because you know, that's where everything is stemming from. But I think they just have took another interest within the DPP to see how she continued to develop in the office of the DPP, now that the spotlight is on her, right? So definitely I will do more videos on this trial, follow this trial, and see what the DPP is doing, and maybe just make it a thing where I actually follow a case the way how we followed VybzKartel case. Now I can follow a DPP Paula Llewellyn case, that we can say, okay, this is the case that she's working on, and this is the case that I will be following. And anytime any news come out about it, I will be dropping a video on it, just like how any news come out about VybzKartel case, we drop videos on that one also, right? So definitely.